So I discovered this one habit that a lot of successful creators like Picasso and Steve Jobs have used to lead them to success. And this habit is an incredibly powerful way to learn from the best people in the world, while simultaneously it gets rid of creative block. When I started applying this habit myself, I learned a lot of new video techniques, and that led to a massive improvement in my filmmaking skills. And in this video, we're going to take a look at a simple 3-step process for applying this habit that can specifically be used to improve your filmmaking. It all started when I finished a video for this YouTube channel. I was on to the next one. I created a new Google document ready for a fresh start, blank page, nothing on the screen yet. I looked at it, kept looking at it. I couldn't come up with anything, so I did what I normally do, took a short walk around town. I came back quite refreshed and then still nothing. So I decided to raise the bar a bit and went for a run. Came back refreshed again, but then still nothing. I really needed to get out of this headspace, so I booked a quick trip to Vietnam to see the most beautiful nature on planet Earth. But when I came back, still fucking nothing. I found a solution to this problem, and it came from this book called Steal Like an Artist. The solution is a powerful way to get rid of creative block, but it also brought me another incredibly valuable thing, the habit that improves my videos. The more I started learning about this habit, the more I realized that it's more than simple advice from a popular book. And I wanted to share with you the 3-step process of this habit to massively improve your video creation skills. So essentially what it comes down to is steal like an artist, but to be clear, it's actually not really about stealing. It's about the idea that there is no such thing as original art. All of it is inspired by different things. When you say steal like an artist, it means getting inspiration from multiple sources. Not by copying it, but by getting inspired by it.
It comes down to trying to expose yourself to the best things that humans have done, and then try to bring those things in to what you're doing. I mean, Picasso had a saying, he said, good artists copy, great artists steal. And we have, always been shameless about stealing great ideas.
One way to shamelessly steal great videos is by using Storyblocks. Big thanks to them for sponsoring this channel once again. There are tons of people who have already created the videos, templates, music and sound effects you are looking for. And Storyblocks allows you to steal or download an unlimited amount of media for a predictable subscription cost. They offer high quality assets, and as I said in my previous video, their Premiere Pro plugin is absolute fire because it allows you to import their assets in the fastest way possible, which saved me a lot of time. I can highly recommend this plugin because it improves your workflow, which results into spending more time on creating your videos, which makes your videos better. To get started with unlimited stock media downloads at one set price, head to storyblocks.com/BrunoK or click the link in the description. Okay, so Steve Jobs said he's been shameless about stealing great ideas, but we've got another famous example, Picasso. Picasso didn't just come up with his groundbreaking style out of nowhere. He took inspiration from all sorts of places, especially African tribal masks. His work, Les Demoiselles d'Avignon, was heavily inspired by African masks. And this wasn't just copying. Picasso took these elements and fused them with his own style to create something entirely new and revolutionary. He stole like an artist. And there's infinite amounts of other famous examples of this. Let's take a look at examples from even higher forms of art. YouTube videos. My YouTube videos, to be exact. I've stolen like an artist myself quite often too. I recently did this for a YouTube title. I borrowed beautifully written language from this book I was reading and I applied it to the title of one of my YouTube videos. In another case, I borrowed AI video techniques from a YouTube tutorial and I applied that to a video to create a fascinating intro. Another example is this sequence from this video that a lot of people praised me for. Well, it came from a TikTok trend. All of these examples show how I was inspired by something, how I then recreated aspects of that inspiration, which resulted in improving my skills and creating good videos. Unfortunately, this process isn't always straightforward because when you are actively trying to find inspiration and work on something, it can be quite hard to find. And that's why I'll show you this streamlined 3-step process for stealing like an artist that can specifically be used to improve your videos. Step 1. Okay, so because of YouTube, the internet and social media, there is an infinite amount of inspiration available. And the first step is to catch the inspiration when you encounter it. You want the execution of the sketching to be quick because if it takes too much time and effort, you'll find yourself thinking of catching it later when you have more time, but that often leads to forgetting and losing. There are quite a lot of tools to do this. I personally use Milanote for this because it's quite fast and I can catch things on my phone and MacBook and it saves the inspiration to a single shared board. However, Milanote does cost money to save more than 100 links, which is a bit of a downside. I used Notion and Pinterest before for this, but I don't know why, but these platforms, they are incredibly slow and that led me to catching less inspiration, so I switched to Milanote. Let me know if you have a better option. Step 2, once you have a lot of inspiration saved, it can help to categorize it so you can find it more easily later on. A great tip for analyzing your inspiration, because you also need to analyze it in this step, is to download the videos, open it in your editing software and go through it frame by frame. You'll often find that there's a lot of details and detailed techniques that you wouldn't have noticed when playing the video on YouTube or Instagram. If you're able to identify the specific technique, it can also help to search for tutorials to learn how to recreate it. Yeah, really analyze the videos, really analyze the clips, the effects that you are inspired by, because usually the smallest details will make a lot of difference. Step 3. Once you know what you want to make, the final step is to actually make it. You'll often find out and learn about details that turn out to be incredibly important. You realize that some of the inspiration you've saved require a lot of skills to create. But by creating them, you're developing those skills and improving your videos. And that's the process. Now you know how to improve your videos while being inspired by your favorite artists without feeling guilty about it, because your favorite artists have done the same. What I want you to do is to rip off everything you love. All the videos here in the sidebar. Take a nugget of something that resonates with you, take something from those videos, but bring it back to your desk, bring it back to where you do your work, combine it with your own ideas and your thoughts, transform it into something completely new, then put it out into the world so we can steal from you.